Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. The senior leadership, including the president of Alkhidmat Foundation, all the distinguished invitees, my colleagues from World Health Organization, all young ladies and gentlemen, I am truly honored, deeply humbled, and extremely delighted to stand before you in this wonderful occasion to say a few words. I am really delighted to see so much of young people who committed to serve for the humanity who have come here today. I was asked to say a few words on the role of youth in health. I see there's a greater role for youth for the whole country, not only for health. It's health, education, social services, and finally, I think, overall humanity. Youth is the energy. Youth is the future. I am sure among you all, in another 20, 30 years' time, we see the President of Pakistan. I am sure among you all, one will become the Prime Minister of this great country. And some of you all will become professors and vice chancellors who will lead and steer the future of the country from as much as possible to become a developed country from the situation today. So therefore, the youth involvement in any sector is extremely, extremely important. We were maybe 20 years back or 30 years back, we were in your boat, but today we are changed, we are elders now. It is time for the youth to take over. So, you can be advocates for health and well-being. As you all know, health is not absence of diseases. World Health Organization defines health as a state of physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being. It's a state of well-being, rather mere absence of disease. So well-being is a different concept. It's basically how you create in your life happiness. It was said that happiness is not getting things, but giving things. I think that is the basic concept of social service. I am so much impressed about the excellent work done by Alkhidmat Foundation and also doing, and I am sure they will continue. It's not only in healthcare services, but many other areas. And today morning, I was with them in a school where they have screened this year millions of children and provided spectacles to 50,000 school children. And I was telling at that function, giving a spectacle or giving vision to a person or child is given a life back. So all of you all can involve in that great vision. How can you support to give vision back to people who can't see? Maybe a little donation to have spectacles for school children. Maybe a little donation for cataract program. Sometimes we spend so much of money for celebrations. We have so many. And birthday is one celebration. And if you spend that money to give a vision to a person who has an error, I think you are collecting merits. That is how we can come out with social services. Now, as I said, well-being is happiness. How can you support your colleagues, your elders, your relatives, and others you associate, make their life happy? How can you individually and collectively come forward to support. There are many ways. I think today, from morning to evening, you may have discussed the ways, so I don't want to go into detail, but you have this ability, you have this potential. Pakistan, one of the potential I see is the youth. When I look at the number of scientists produced by Pakistan, in the global ranking, the 7th highest number of scientists globally produced is from Pakistan. So you are part of it. You are part of it. And you have the knowledge, you have the energy, you have the potential, you have the wisdom. It's a matter of putting it together to ensure that you do something for the society. Human beings are social animals. Why? Because we interact with others. How we interact? By helping each other. That's the basic human quality each one of us should have. When it comes to health, healthy lifestyles are very important. This is one area you can again advocate and propagate the knowledge. What is healthy lifestyle? Healthy lifestyle is avoiding risky behaviors. We know the risk factors for many diseases. Tobacco smoking is a risk factor. And Pakistan, more than 30 million people smoke. If you can reduce by one, advocate one daily, telling the health effects, harmful effects on tobacco smoking, and take one out, after 1 year you have taken 365 out of smoking, and you have given life back to them. So each one of you, maybe 1,000 youth this year, if you do it, how many you can? I remember I have gone to few universities and I requested whether we can declare universities as smoke-free universities. And it was agreed by many vice chancellors, and many universities have been declared now as smoke-free. So this is one of the way that you can promote health. Then getting involved in physical activity. There are a lot of diseases which is due to physical inactivity. We don't walk. During our time, we go to school, we walk 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers. Now you getting to a car or bus, you just dropping. You don't do much physical activity. If you don't do physical activity, it itself is a risk factor for many diseases like heart disease, cerebrovascular accidents, and cancers. So that's another area. You can walk with your colleagues. You can advocate to elders, your parents. The third factor is healthy diet. We consume so much of unhealthy things. High fat consumption is highest in the world in Pakistan. Unhealthy diet, we don't eat enough vegetables, we don't eat enough fruits, but we eat a lot of carbohydrate and fat. So if you can advocate your relatives, your colleagues for healthy diet. So if you do these few things, I think you can make the society healthy. You can make a change. Are you going to make others change? Do you like to make others change for better? You should. So these are the simple ways. Start from today. The known person who is smoking, stop him to smoke. Somebody consume unhealthy diet, make him to consume healthy diet. Simple things you can do. Getting involved with physical activity, get your colleague and start to walk in the morning or evening. That reduces your disease burden. That reduces cost to the society to spend on health. So 2 ways, you make people healthy, you reduce your health cost as well. So these are the ways I see that youth can contribute. And as always, we like to associate young people, young blood. And if you change yourself, you can change the society. You have a long way to go. So please start changing yourself. Leo Tolstoy, one of the greatest writer, said, people talk about changing others. People talk about changing the world, but they are not focusing changing themselves. So my first request to you, all young ladies and gentlemen, please start to change yourself. If you are smoking, stop smoking. If your colleague is smoking, stop. If you don't do physical activity, get involved with physical activity. Daily, 5,000 to 10,000 steps. You become very healthy. If you change the world. Others are influenced by your change. And if you are consuming unhealthy diet, start consuming healthy diet. And lastly, this is not time to talk about health. This is not time to talk so much about all this. But let me say this. In Pakistan, the majority of population is youth. We call it demographic bonus. Everybody talk about population growth and population explosion. But this is the time in a country where young people are more. That is the time for development. So Pakistan has the demographic bonus, and so much of young people are there. And if you start to work on development of the country, you can change. I am sure in another 10 years' time, 20 years' time, with your great commitment and dedication, Pakistan will be a different country. You can do that. You should determine to do that. And lastly, one of the greatest political legendary, Nelson Mandela, he said, winners are dreamers who never gives up. Winners are dreamers who never gives up. I am sure each one of you has a dream to do something for this country, to make Pakistan a developed country, and you should never give up this dream. I stop here. Thank you so much.